Hello, we represent the evolution of men and women portraits in children movies. In these movies, we can notice that there are many stereotypes about men and women. So, we can wonder how movies show our society values and customs. Generally speaking, in old movies from the 13 to the 90s, women are passive, weak, and dependent. Whereas men are depicted as strong, dominant, and aggressive people. They are physically dominant, that is to say, that they are tall and have big muscles. They never show their feelings, and we never see them crying. We can also notice that women are represented as an object that a man can possess. In addition, the next extract resumes perfectly the woman's role. That is to say that they have to take care of their image in order to stay pretty and to be a housewife and take care of their men. In addition, women have no professional ambition or remarkable skills in the movies. When they try to show something concrete in their life, men do not accept this. So, men decide for the woman and they have nothing to say. As a consequence, they are dependent. Nevertheless, through the previous decades, gender representation in children movies had changed.
The past 10 years, there has been a great evolution in the female animated films. In fact, their role is increasingly important. They are more independent, have dreams they want to accomplish, and they want to live their own lives. However, this trend is slowly, and there are few examples. We can also say that this change is a reflection of society. Indeed, the media mainly reproduce what happens in our society, and today's status of women has evolved. Here there are some examples that show three different aspects of these changes. The first one is movie Brave. This film is one of the best examples of the evolution of women throughout society.
Pretend I'm Merida. Speak to me. I want to stay single and ride through the glen, firing arrows into the sunset.
She has his dreams and doesn't want to follow the family tradition. Stronger than a man, she decides to pass herself the challenge launched by her parents,
I'll be shooting for my own hand.
and she will go in search of his destiny alone in braving the dangers. This is highly transcribed in reality. In fact, women choose themselves their companions and refuse to let more and more parents choose for them. They take charge of their future and shows that they are independent. The second one is Fiona in Shrek 4. In Shrek 4, we are far from the image of Princess Fiona in the beginning of the saga. This princess was waiting for her Prince Charming to save her, and she is depicted as a warrior at the head of a gang to make good triumph. The men fear and she's play with a very aggressive attitude. She has power and she loves it. Another point to retranscribe this in the reality is that there is a very feminist women who fight, dominates and scares men. This image shows how we evolve and what role women want in today's society. Girls can play warlike men. In this film, we have the image of a woman who wants to grow up to discover and conquer the world. It is true that we find this girl a bit naive, even stupid, but it is only because she was locked away by a witch and lived a very sheltered life. Despite that, she tries to show that a woman can do anything if she works for it, and she can be independent. Through this film, we can understand that to grow and evolve, a woman must go out and see the world. We see that knowledge and experience, as well as independence, are the keys to success. This film also shows that not only a woman does not need men to save her, but she can save him.
We've come a long way since the nameless and, let's confess, rather forgettable Prince Charming of old. With the rise of more assertive female characters, their male counterparts have had to keep up and evolve from the white knight archetype to a much more human, approachable kind. First, whereas the traditional Prince Charming was rather on the destructive side, what with killing every enemy that threatened his beloved, modern main characters are more and more creative. They can cook, they can draw, they can even sing and dance.
No. Sorry, boys. I don't sing.
Whoops. Wrong video. In the precise example of Prince Naveen, it is actually all he can do. He is pretty useless in a fight, which is also a new trend. Guys use their wit instead of their strength, rely on their brain rather than on their muscle.
Lift a hammer, you can't swing an axe, you can't even throw one of these.
Okay, fine, but this will throw it for me.
Oh!
Some would say that these abilities were more traditionally associated with women, and that male heroes have also been given more negative character traits that were once supposed to be typically feminine. For instance, a number of male characters seem to be rather vain, proving that it is now accepted that men pay attention to their appearance.
They just can't get my nose right.
Others could be qualified as, well, irresponsible and careless, all the contrary of a dependable, sensible male stereotype.
You don't want me. You're all hard work and deadlines, and I'm snowballs and fun times. I'm not a guardian.
But the biggest change might be that nowadays, male characters have gained the right to be sensitive, showing boys of all age that it is possible to be cool and a bit emotive at the same time. They are pacifists who want to find solutions that do not involve fighting. They are simply people who have weaknesses and sometimes feel vulnerable, but who are able to demonstrate empathy and to connect with other people. And well, dragons.
To sum up, we have seen that new characters in children's movies have revolutionized the image of men and women particularly. For example, Brave has a strong personality, and she is determined and valiant. But unlike Milan, she can do this without dressing as a man, and she can take her own decision. This is really a big change compared to old movies. Nevertheless, we can say that classical and famous old characters stay models for many children. In fact, merchandising products from this movie are still selling and represent an important revenue for studio production. Moreover, this is important to mention that the influence of media on children continues during their teen years. For example, with TV series as Anna Montana, which are sometimes very sexist and still show the gender stereotypes. As a conclusion, we will say that good change happened, but the evolution has to be more global. Thanks for watching our video.